to be 100% honest. Show of hands, who in the past month has had an argument with a family member? Raise your hand. See, I told you. Who had an argument in the parking lot before you walked in here? See? Hands down. So, for those of you who thought that your family was a little bit unhealthy, abnormal, I think you're on the right track. I really do. So we've got F stands for favorite, thank you. And A stands for argue. Now, moving along to it could be anger too, because nobody can make you more upset than a family member. Nobody can. I was telling my mom the other day, or a friend the other day, that one time my daddy got mad at me and he didn't speak to me for 2 weeks when I was in high school. He was my band teacher. That's another story for another day. But let's just say it was not easy being the child of a band teacher who taught at every one of your schools, elementary, middle, and high school. I had a rough childhood, I really did. M, where is the M table? M. Now you should be happy if you have an M. Oh, we got the right table back there. M, hold your M's up high. Anybody want to guess what M stands for? Marriage, malfunction, manners. This young lady said manners. We need more manners in our families, don't we? We do. M actually stands for money. Money. If you are the borrower, remember I said 100% honest. If you are always the borrower in your family, raise your hand. I'm raising mine. I'm the borrower. Now, if you are always the lender, raise your hand. If you're always lending money out and you never get paid back, just repeat after me and say, that's just family. That's just family. Because you can't kick them out. Where are you going to kick them to? Nobody else wants them in their family, so you got to stay with you. M stands for money. Now, I believe that about 90% of us are related. Who all is related somehow to the Dockery family? Raise your hand. Okay, so the majority of us are family. So I just want everybody in the room to just kind of look back at this table right here, and there's a man standing, he's sitting, and he's very humble, and he doesn't look like he's a billionaire, but Taki Dockery back there, if you ever need any money, he's the man to ask. That's my cousin. So let's do it again. So F stands for favorite. A stands for argue. M stands for, and who has all the money in our family? All right, okay. Moving right along. Now, let me preface this letter by saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone in here, but family just can't be family without this letter. Where are my eyes? Hold your eyes up. Now, I just have to say that just because you have the letter on your table, these weren't strategically placed. We really didn't know who was going to sit here at these tables. Let me turn I around first before I tell you what it stands for. Let's see if you can guess. What do you think I? Remember, we're talking about this makes up a normal, healthy family. These are the ingredients that make our families what they are today. Idiot. She said idiot. That's a good one. Insecurity. Ignorant. It could be on many occasions, yes. Intense. Instigator. I need a drum roll for this one. On your tables, drum roll, please. I stands for illegal activity. Now, you know, we all have that family member that we just have to give the side eye to. It's the person you never asked to hold your wallet. You never asked them to hold your handbag. You can never say to them, could you just hold my car keys for a minute? No way. And you would not even attempt to ask this. So where are you working now? But we love them anyway. We recognize and we honor them, and we know they are part of our family tree, and it just wouldn't be a normal, healthy family if we just didn't have somebody who was cheating on their taxes. I'm sorry, Mayor. I mean, somebody who was just doing a little bit of illegal activity, okay? Well, now that we've got I out of the way, let's talk about L. L stands for two things. And I heard you say L stands for love. And L also stands for something else. Now, it can't stand for love and lazy. They kind of go hand in hand. Life is good. L. Oh, where's my L table? Where's my L table? Okay, very good. Laughing, it could stand for laughing. These are all good letters. For those of you who have L at your table, you have a big responsibility. Because L actually stands for love, but it also stands for legacy. Legacy. I see we have a lot of kids in the audience tonight, and I think that if you don't know, ask your mom, your dad, what legacy really means when you get home, okay? Legacy can be something tangible. It could be something we could touch, we can feel. For example, the new Salem Baptist Church. That is legacy. It's not only legacy to the Dockery family, but it's a legacy to the city, it's a legacy to the county, and it's also a legacy to just our history in general. Isaac Dockery built the new Salem Baptist Church. Isaac Dockery left a legacy for us. A legacy is a gift. We were born into having a legacy. We had nothing to do with him actually laboring and building the church. So a legacy is something free. A legacy is a gift. A legacy can be tangible, but a legacy is also something that is intangible. And what does intangible mean? You can't touch it. You can't see it. But I believe that you can feel it. So let me do an exercise with you. Everybody close your eyes. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. Many of you may not know, but Isaac Dockery was a local hero. Isaac Dockery was probably, if you could see him, just imagine him. He's at work, a young Isaac Dockery, and he has on his overalls. They're dirty and they're ragged. His shoes are worn through the bottom because he wasn't a rich man. He was a laborer. He was hardworking. And he was out working, doing his brick masonry work. Can you see his hands? They're ashy. Can you see the calluses on his hand from picking up the brick and shoveling and trying to smooth out the mortar and laying concrete? And then all of a sudden, he starts to hear these horses. And these horses are coming towards him, and he starts hearing these guns, and he's wondering what's going on. And as he's working, Confederate soldiers just come, and they just start badgering him and questioning him and asking him where the colonel is in the Union Army. And he's protecting this man because he believes in his city, and he believes that freedom is reachable. So he doesn't want to give it away. They continue to whip him, and they continue to beat him, and then they get a rope, and they tie the rope around his hands, and they tie the rope around his feet, and then they hook it onto the back of a horse, and they're laughing, and they're still whipping him, and they're dragging him all through the city. Can you see how he's trying to fight back the tears, to stay brave? Can you see all of the things that were flashing in his mind? Can you see him, the other people in the city just watching and afraid that if they said something or did something, the same thing would happen to them? That's the picture of Isaac Dockery that I want you to keep in your mind. Open up your eyes. This picture right here, look at his eyes. Those are the eyes of a man who suffered, a man who held his tongue, a man who lived and survived the threats that happened during the Civil War. After he was dragged through the city, later on, he got married, he had a family, and the rest is history. He not only built the new Salem Baptist church, but he built many different buildings, and his brick masonry work could be seen all over the city of Sevierville until the early 1900s when the city caught on fire. But now the new Salem Baptist church is the oldest church in the county, and it's the oldest building right in the city. So we have to preserve that. And that's what legacy is all about. It's a free gift, but if we want it to continue, we have to show love and support, and we have to continue the legacy. So that's what L stands for. The last letter is Y. Anybody want to guess what Y stands for? Yes. U. Years. Yelling. Oh, we already said argue, so we can't say yelling again. Youth, young. It actually does stand for you. You. No family would be complete without you. Without me. I'm the favorite. Without Taki, we need his money to survive. But you, whatever ideas that you have, a family, as you can see, is very colorful. We're all different shades, we're all different races, nationalities, but we're still family. You don't have to be blood related to be family. You just have to fall into one of these categories. So right now, where are my favorites in the family? Let's be honest. Where are my favorites, okay? Where are the people who either you start the argument or you finish the argument? Where are you? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Some people aren't telling the truth. I know it's hard. Okay? Either you've lent money or you borrowed money. Now, everybody should raise their hand on that one. Okay? Raise your hand if you still owe somebody in this room. While we are taking donations tonight, because of the silent auction, for those of you who owe money, we'll put a little bit of basket up here so we can repay so we can repay whoever you owe. And we're just going to put it up here and we'll collect your money. Okay? He said, tell Cleophas to pay him. Okay. Now, just for legal purposes, I don't know who in here might be a police officer. You don't have to raise your hand. But if you've ever done or you've ever known a family member to do any type of illegal activity, just say, Okay. You're afraid to say that too. That's all right. That's all right. Let me go this way. L stands for legacy. And also love. You can't keep a legacy unless you have love for it. Remember it that way. Legacy and love, and that's what Isaac Dockery had for his family. He also taught many people the trade of brick masonry. He taught his sons, his grandsons, his sons-in-law, and many of us are who we are today because of the education and because of the hard work and the work ethic, the strong work ethic that Isaac Dockery had. and Y stands for you. We would like for you all to participate. If you know anyone else, if you know of, if you are internet savvy, whatever talent or gift you have, whatever color, wherever you fall in line, except for the illegal activity, we're going to have to find something else for you to do. You can't be the treasurer. But we welcome all of your gifts and talents. Family is very important. Family is the only club that you're born into, the only club that you don't have to pay dues for. Well, let's just say it's the only club that you're guaranteed a lifetime membership to. You can't get kicked out. I don't care what they do. You could change your name. I was walking around and the lovely lady, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, with the pink and yellow, Miss Pat, Barbara Pearson. She stopped me and she said, "Are you Cleophas's daughter? You look just like him." So I could change my name, I could move across the world. Somebody is going to recognize me and say, "Hey, you're a Fulton," or "Hey, you're a Dockery." Because we are family. Everybody remember that song by Sister Sledge? I got. One more time. Hey. So you forgot the last part was get up, everybody, and dance. Okay? So I need everybody to stand to their feet. Everybody, stand to your feet. You want to know why? Because it's time to eat. No, I'm not kidding. This is just my way to cheat again. It's been a pleasure. I'm Jeanine Fulton. See you next time. I got 2 standing ovations. Thank you.
Is a passion of mine because I want to make a difference. This might sound hokey, but I want to make a difference in the world. And being able to help an organization meet their goals or cause a participant to think differently in a positive way, that makes me feel good.